Hello! Oh god, I'll have to sign in. I hope no one can see this. My password? Sweet one. Yes, yes, we remember those. It is indeed me. Continue. Bum, 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 bum. Oh god. Okay, we're here. This is weird. Why has it changed it? Welcome. Please say hi as I can't see. Alright, we're back again. It's been a minute. Do I dare check when I last uploaded? Actually, I'll do it here, won't it? A little ping will show me. So today at 12:03, starting quite late, getting back into it. Last one was 5/7, so almost exactly 2 months ago, in which I've done anything productive. But it's fine. Slowly but surely, that's how we progress. I am back, trying to work through the stream notes stuff, all the stuff I've got to do for an alpha, or at least a build that I can make a trailer for, kind of thing. So currently working on the death effect, and be messing with it a little bit here and there. I kind of want to do a dissolve effect thing, but it's not so easy, because if you look, I have a display thing here, right? Yep. So I have something like this, but the problem is that the character already has a material. So if I want to add a material on top of this, it doesn't exactly work. So I have a combatant effects here, and I can drag it over the top, which is how it works usually. Oh, interesting. Transparent now. Oh no, yeah, sorry. There's an issue. Immediately finding an issue. There shouldn't be anything here. This is all 0. This should be times by 0 times by 0. Its effect should be times by 0. So this should all be 0. Is there an any? I'm not sure what an any does. I want an OR gate basically. I don't know if that's how that works. Oh, I guess so, yeah. So there's the hit effects on, all the poison effects on, all the burn effects on. I guess we'll just put that into another OR. So if any of them are on, then it works. Otherwise, by default, there should be no difference. Let me drag this over to this monitor, or even this monitor, and we'll save that. Let's see if it changes the look. I don't actually know if it did, you know. It shouldn't have any sort of thing there. Yeah, why am I seeing like a little outline, you think? Is it the emission save? Is it the base color? This is weird. But now only has one thing in it. Is it the AO set to 1? I changed it slightly. Is it the smoothness set to 0.5? This is weird because it's like slightly visible. It should be totally invisible. I'm not putting anything into there. Very weird. The graph is additive, I believe. Metallic, transparent, additive. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, that also doesn't look. It's not horrible, so whatever. Just save it like that. And I guess I'll just make my materials slightly ghostly in very certain areas and ways. Anyway, that's not what the important thing is. These are all the same. Yeah, the issue is that these, I don't know which model uses what. So when I pull something in, it'll have a different, probably have a different material here. So I can't really animate these materials unless I change all of them, which might be quite long because they probably affect a lot of stuff. I don't want to make them too complicated. And unfortunately, if I get the combatant effects, and I throw these over the top, that's not just like messages. If I throw those over the top, they're transparent and additive. And what I want is a dissolve effect where it actually takes away from the entire thing. It kind of goes away. So I'm thinking the only way to do it is to replace both materials in script on death. So I kind of we have like an animation where it balloons out, it triggers it to stop and goes, Ellis has returned. Sup, bro? It has been a while. It's been like 2 months since I've streamed anything. I've been incredibly lazy. I was on holiday for a month and then lazy for a whole month. So yeah, that's been my my life. What have you been up to? I'm now back to rambling to myself to try and explain problems and work through them. Currently working on the death effects for both the players and the enemies. But the issue I'm facing is that I need to replace the materials and do probably some sort of complex animation thing, or just do it via script. But I guess the only way to learn is by doing. So I'm going to make another material. I'm going to make another shader. Not this kind of shader. Shader graph. I'm going to make a lit shader. Actually, I'm going to make an unlit shader because it doesn't need to be lit. And I'll call this death effect. And we will get into this. So yeah, I haven't done anything. It's just been 2 months of like absence, but it's been fun. It's been a fun 2 months. Here's hoping that I can get back into it without being too lazy. Graph settings, unlit. Ooh. Make this a bit bigger. But yeah, what have you been up to? Anything fun? Anything new? Universal material unlit for interface opaque transparent. Don't want transparent. I probably do want lit, I guess, just so it has the HDR because I want to affect the emission. What happens? Okay, I want it to be like a clouds-based thing. The other problem is that I'm worried that the UVs might be weird, especially on some things like my eye. So maybe I don't do this at all. Maybe the death effect is just it falling. So I'll just like add a death animation instead. Maybe. Finished 2 projects of work, working on 3 others, got a license problem. Oh no. What does the license problem entail? Licensing products is always weird. I remember at my last job I wanted to use Rider and we weren't allowed to until they made sure that you're allowed to use a personal license, because obviously I own Rider. But they're like, yeah, you can't use personal IDs unless you're sure you're allowed to for commercial work, which was quite long, but in the end you're allowed to, which is quite nice. Nice of Rider, as long as you pay for it, you can use it wherever. I've also been banging out WoW, which is oh god, I'm not proud of. It's so much fun. I can't stop playing. There's a new season out today. You know, there's so much stuff I want to do, but I've vowed to be at least productive for a few hours before I start smashing games again. So hopefully do this, make a little death effect, and then call it. I wonder if I should do like an animation for the death effect. It's a weird one. They're all very dramatic. I don't just want to have them like fade away though. I feel like a death animation is probably for the best. See, I guess it's probably not that hard to do as well. FX for Unity. Oh god, it's been so long I've forgotten how to do this without skin, because I can add the skin myself. He said with zero confidence. You create your own license for apps, but the project I have trouble with is an old one, needing an old application ID/license. Interesting. I remember I can't work on a lot of my old projects because I just totally forgot the key store, and it's just sadly lost to time now. My earlier works were not very well maintained in terms of backups and stuff. Like, I spent 4 years making Above the Stars and then lost every single backup and can never work on it again now. Well, unless I redo the entire UI, because like basically the scene files got corrupted, and then they must have been corrupted for a while, because in the what's it called, in the source control they're all corrupted as well, which makes no sense, because how was it running on my machine for that long? I guess I just never tested on another machine and something else messed up on my computer. I don't know, it was a weird one. Alas, RIP Above the Stars. It was so young. Let me drag this into where the other animations are. Assets. Alright. Assets. Ugh. Again. Oh, there we go. Animations, let's say. Actors. I guess it could be both. Locomotion, run, walk, death. I could probably put it here. Let's call this so humanoid from other avatar. Export idle. There are some builders outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Using Git, yeah. I use Git, and I don't know how it happened. Like, so I basically went back to the project after ages and started working on it, and I added a bunch of new stuff, like a new map, a new planet, like new weapons, some more, just this and that, a lot of tweaks, and I branched off the main branch to do all these changes, and I was like, okay, I'll just merge it back into main, and when I did, the scene files just said failed to load, and like it couldn't give a reason, it just said failed to load, no reason, and I was like, okay, this is weird, so I just like picked something earlier in the main branch, and it still failed to load, and then further back, every single commit I went to said failed to load the scene files, which was quite sad, and I googled around for a while, they're like, yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, what? That doesn't help me. There was no warning error or anything. I did look around for a good minute, but yeah, maybe one day I'll give it another look. I want us to do like a big update and then make it free. Actually, might do that now. I might make Above the Stars free. Should I do that now? Let me go into my Steam Steamwork apps or Steamwork stats. Above the stars. There's a way to make it free, because I don't think it's going to be earning anymore. Like, it's not sold much for the past few months, so I thought, screw it, make it free. At least then it gets some good downloads. Looks good on the LCD. I did an update saying it's going to become free shortly, and I totally forgot to actually do it. Okay, so this should be applicable now, I hope. If I just call it death. Do any of these things? I always forget. Oh. Yeah, seems to work. Just call this death. In the animator, in the base layer, I want this to, any state to be able to go to death. Oh, called the wrong thing. Exports. This one is there. And I need to have a parameter here, trigger, I guess. Call it death. So on death it will go blip. Did it like fly up in the air? What? That was weird. Why does it do that? Very strange. That's very weird. Why is that? What? What the hell? Very weird. Very strange. I think I can change this as exit time. So it just does it immediately. I wonder if there's a way to do random ones. Switch center of mass based upon feet. I think that's what I did, so I'm not sure. I kind of just mess with the buttons until it works. So it's always one of these two. Root transform Y, bacon to pose seems to have done it. I don't think I need to do anything else there. It looks okay now, but I mean we'll try it and see. I just need a trigger for the death animation and also a way to make sure, I guess it doesn't go off this. Is that how it works? It won't go off this, right? It'll just stay here. I'm pretty sure. I think. Because there's no arrows coming off this, so it should just lead from any state to death on trigger of death. It should lead to death, and then it should not be able to leave death. Ideally, that is what will happen. But we will see. And the eye has a different animator, which I guess I'll do. What's the eye animator? Where is my eye animator? Actors, NPC, floating eye controller. Yeah, this one has a bunch of idols and focus and fire. So I can make another one here and do the exact same thing. And trigger it there. Genius. Gosh darn genius. We need a way to actually activate this. So it needs to both affect the inputs and the animation itself. So combine manager. No, that's not what I want. This is used in here. Yeah, combatant base, that's what I want. This goes to NPC combatant base, and I basically want to have an on death. Actually, I guess I have an on death everywhere. No, I don't. I've done this really weirdly, where I have the controller for the Delver on a different thing. If I didn't have that, I could have a lot more shared functionalities. It's always a weird mix of trying to make a class not too big and also, well, it's all related to the player, so it's quite easy. And also the same with trying to make not repeat code and have like shared inheritance, but also not bind yourself to certain things. Programming is weird. Oh, I really messed up my shoulder at the gym yesterday. You'd think after 10 years I'd know what I was doing, but you'd be very wrong. So much pain. What time is it? 25. I forget how slow time moves when you're actually doing things productive. Okay. I'll be honest, I may watch a bit of My Name is Bife in the background. I don't know if that holds any interest to you, but boom. This is now a React channel.
It might actually be worth. Because I think the important point about that is we don't know if that
I'll turn it down slightly. What a silky smooth voice that man has.
Was, well, dare I play
it's all the updates in Destiny 2. Do I still care about a game? I don't know.
So ultimately, maybe there's another chance for them to take a stab at this. Bungie is just better at writing characters now than they were back then, but also
there must be a death effect somewhere.
Partly because of the fact that hopefully in the making of Apollo they are under a little bit less duress. I don't know that to be the case, of course. We have no clue, but
combatant death.
At least the vibe from developers I've
void,
been
combatant
hearing
death, overrides.
The studio is excited, so
mobile MC
I have to hope that that's the case. Anyway, let's keep reading. What do we mean by Codename Apollo is non-linear? Previously, in stories like The Final Shape, you experienced the story as A to B to C to D in a nice straight line. In Codename Apollo, our story takes place over dozens of threads you'll explore and discover. So when you land on our brand new location, the story starts at A, and then you can choose if you want to explore C first, or try to get into B, or maybe investigate D. And the options you didn't choose, don't worry, those other options are still open for you to go back and play.
So actually,
you'll need to, because the more
could
you
do this
play
for
and
all of them.
the more the story progresses. So experiencing a certain number of threads opens up the next part of the story. The order in which you explore will be something you choose. But we have built Codename Apollo in a way that the story always makes sense and flows from beginning to middle to end. So there's no time gating, no waiting for the next drop. Codename Apollo's story unfolds based on player progression.
That's the annoying thing.
Destiny is at its best when it's mysterious, weird, and not afraid to try new things. This shift to non-linear stories isn't something we're locking ourselves into, but it is the structure that fits Codename Apollo best. The narrative structure of the releases that follow will be quite different, a structure that suits that game's experience. And we want to continue to innovate with each expansion across both gameplay and narrative. So the whole thing they've just been mentioning there with narrative structure, yeah, I hope that this would be the kind of take that they would go with. Not necessarily that they would always be mixing up the narrative structure of each expansion, but more so the idea that it should fit the expansion and what it's going for. Maybe sometimes that means we return to a linear campaign. Maybe it's something completely different entirely. I don't know. The point is that as we keep pushing through all of this, we will see more changes, and I hope that the experimentation bears fruit. The general vibe of what they're putting out here tells us a lot about the idea that they're willing to go ahead and make stumbles in front of us as long as they communicate those properly to us. They want to try on the communication front. And that's good, but also ultimately it tells us that, well, there's another half to this which we're going to talk about at the very end, which is more about the general reception of the player base, more entirely. Into the unknown. This all sounds
now
like a big
it does it for the NPCs and it does it for the Delvers. The NPCs, I think, have access to their animators.
That's how we create a situation, not a story. So how can we innovate? By telling a story.
Yes, it does.
Keeps up with our innovation.
There's hash here.
That means an evolving world, giving space for new characters, growing and evolving factions, making sure the story
I haven't done this right. I should set these string hashes up.
And with characters who grow in turn. We believe in rewarding the player for paying attention without punishing someone for not knowing something. That way everyone gets to come along for the ride no matter how deep in the lore you are. You'll see that approach starting with episodes and continuing into the new multi-year story. So when we think about a multi-year arc, what does that look like?
What's
Think
cheaper?
of it as a constellation of stories united by a single theme. We will show you what that theme is later, but suffice to say, we believe in it. Think of this multi-year arc as a web, not a line. Each release fits into a larger saga. We can't wait to take you on that journey. Story is easy to spoil, so I won't ruin the details for what the theme in Codename Apollo is or what it's about, but I will give you something to look forward to. Apollo ends with the narrative gasoline that will propel us into the next few years with a clear theme, goal, and a destination that won't come at you as a straight line, but will be well worth the trip. It'll reward you, it'll surprise you, and it'll take us to places Destiny has never seen.
This just sets it.
See you when the time is right. So,
can I ask ChatGPT?
Can be made, and I'll touch on this again near the end, but it's nice to see the note that they have in one of these middle paragraphs.
I'm loving ChatGPT. Now there's like an AI that just
how
like,
you need to be able to jump in and talk
like
about
models based on what you want to do.
Whether you are a
so it's not just generic ChatGPT. Now I have Unity AI, which is more suited for answering
questions. For the longest time, people have sat there and said, "I don't care about this." Do you know what? I think that there are a few different reasons for that. It's partly because there's no potential future in the game. It's partly because people don't see a threat, and there is just a general degree to which some people aren't here for the story, and that's fine. But with regards to those other things, there is also the point to be made that
string to hash called every time the
don't care about
variable's
the story because
accessed.
they don't understand the repercussions, because it's kind of impenetrable. Bungie has long had this problem, so I don't know what the exact approach is meant to be, but at very least this is a focus for them.
Okay, so it's just called when the class is first loaded,
it's always going to be a tricky one, and they're always going to have to consistently gauge where they're at with this, because sometimes they'll get it right.
The question is now, why wouldn't I do that with the other thing?
Trust me when I say that as someone who is really deep in this,
I guess it's the same in terms of cost, but it's probably easier, or at least cleaner to do it my way with the Delver controller.
And that's not me saying the narrative team will do this. I'm just
now
saying
I can just say, hey, animation hashes, and then put in an animation name. As opposed to just have a million different variables for each animation name.
That could just also be a skill issue on my part.
Easy way of doing
they may well be better storytellers than me. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
I need to stop being so
anyway, the blog ends
picky
with that
when
we
I'm
come to a
doing
close.
stuff.
Well, a new beginning, really. Over the next few months, we'll be dishing out more deep dives and engaging in more conversation. We have no doubts the above breakdown of Codename Frontiers plans will spawn far more questions than we can answer.
Alright,
we'll be
so
looking to keep
let's
you
do
up
this.
to date as we take flight.
And
Keep
it should
an eye
cause
on
no
the deep dive
errors
section,
ever,
as we'll be adding links to further topics. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, this shouldn't cause any errors.
Journey in Destiny.
Because even if it doesn't have a death state or a death
now it's time
trigger,
to look to the
or I could actually just add on here just to be sure.
To imagine, to dream big and explore
even if it doesn't do anything, at the very least won't destroy anything.
And hope to see you join us along the way, the Destiny 2 dev team. So, there's a big point that I want to get to with all of this, but I think there is a bigger point to take away from a whole bunch of it, which is simply this. There is a lot that's been said here, and a lot of it is indeed correct. They're saying a lot of good stuff, particularly with the ideas of how they're still delivering content and the idea that they're still giving people stuff to invest into. But there is also a point at which a blog post is not necessarily going to do everything for everyone, right? So, what do I mean by that? Well, the initial reactions that I saw to all of this on Twitter was simply a lot of cautious optimism. But also, there's some people who are just downright disinterested. I think a lot of people need more action, less words, and that's not an easy position for Bungie to be in, because right now they're in the process of finishing the stuff up and delivering it and making it. So ultimately it means that you're going to be sitting there waiting for all of this to drop whilst everything is going on in the background. There is no immediate fix to this problem in Destiny, and unfortunately it leaves Bungie in this very precarious position of having this long, hard road back to earning player trust. And for some players, the journey is just over, and they have accepted that, and they've made their peace with it. And they may only ever return to Destiny for a Destiny 3. And if that's the case, then so be it, because you know what? Yeah, they experienced a 10-year saga. They enjoyed their time, they got their money's worth, and that's a fair decision on their part. Bungie is going to have to entice them back into the game, and that is not going to be easy to do. For one, there is the point at which you provided players with a perfect jumping-off point. As wonderful as the swan song of the final shape was, it was still for many people a swan song, even though Destiny is not technically ending. I think also there is the important point to be made, which is simply that some people are still outraged. There are a lot of people who just won't play this game so long as Pete Parsons is the CEO. And that's really frustrating, because at the end of the day, that means the devs, through no fault of their own, have a much harder job. It means that the studio is going to occasionally have to rein in their ambitions when it comes to these new projects. And despite what the projection here is, that they want to try ambitious new things and they want to experiment with Destiny and do things that delight and surprise players, it's going to be harder to get all of that done. Because, well, there's just fewer of us. And this leads me to one of my two major points that I want to make here, which is this focus that they've had throughout all of this on the idea of making it so that the game is much more approachable, something which you can access and get into as a new player, something which you will need a little bit less knowledge about the lore to understand. All of that's important beyond the spectrum of what's already been touched on, because right now, I think universally we can all agree that one of the ways for Destiny to get out of its malaise at current is with new blood. There are no incentives for new players to jump in the same way that there would have been years ago. Yes, Destiny has a lot of content. Yes, there is a staggering amount of stuff you can do in the game. And yes, when you get into the experience, it's amazing. There is no connective tissue between the start of your experience and what would be the best part of it in the end game. There is a need for a reapproach to all of the stuff to do with Into the Light and the new player content package that introduces people into the game. The tutorials are not good enough. It's not enough to sit there and have boxes of text pop up. You need an actual voiced tutorial, perhaps. You need more investment in that, and that's not always easy to justify, because, you know, ultimately, this is going to be something that leaves a lot of Destiny players in that weird space of like, well, this isn't content for me. I guess I'm just not worried about this, and I don't bother. But at the end of the day, Bungie may need to cut into some of that so that they can build those resources out, because it's now more important than ever. The vision that is required for the future of Destiny 2, ultimately it requires players, and that's the really big problem. If we don't have players, then, well, what's all this for? Nothing. And ultimately, that also leads me to my last and biggest point with all of this, which is simply, again, despite the fact that there is some cautious optimism within the community, despite the fact that this does give us what we need in terms of a multi-year journey being confirmed and with the first few steps of it being revealed to us, even if it's just in code names, I think it's also important for everyone to understand that other point, that again, some people are just gone. And it's not about the fact that there are people who are disgusted this time, it's based on another thing. Bungie has talked a lot over the years about how they're changing up the Destiny formula, and the reality and the resounding result of that is that every time they're saying they're changing up the formula, Yeah, they'll add quality of life stuff and they'll improve some bits and pieces here and there, but
I'll just save that.
The needle doesn't really move. And that's a big conception that needs to be changed. Destiny needs this kind of fresh growth and change as a franchise.
Let us give that another go.
Wrong to say that it's been resting
the hit
on its
effects
laurels,
actually worked now and didn't destroy anything.
Ups and downs in this game. If it was consistently great,
sad part of the game to work on.
I have
no idea how it works and why it works.
However, there is a lot of complacency with regards to stuff that's going on in Destiny from...
They're still looking very...
I don't know if it's right to say it's from the developers. If you say from Bungie, that kind of hits everyone with it.
I wonder if we should do a mission as well.
Just a general note that some of this stuff works and it doesn't need to be fixed, but not all of it does work perfectly. That's why things like the portal and approaches to core game rewards and activities, no matter what they are, it's important that these turn from words into actions. So seeing more of the development process as it goes on, yeah, very important for that side of things. Very important for players to understand it. Generally,
okay, so sadly he can go back into death.
They are more approachable.
He's just swinging from the floor. But actually, I think that's okay because obviously I can just turn that off. He just slides towards me. I have to turn everything else off. Oh man, that's quite funny. Should leave that in the game. It is a skeleton. He is meant to be immortal. Just chasing me down. Make him run. Oh god. 7 years of game dev, ladies and gentlemen. 7 years. Just absolutely beautiful. Just fucking churning along with him.
The vibe of Destiny is that it's a game that is dying.
Yeah.
And until Bungie changes that with stuff that includes action and shows real success in terms of the numbers of players coming back, until they are able to actively address some of that and show that the game has pep in its step and some life, and I fear it's going to continue on this road. Does that necessarily mean that things are over? No, we've seen successes that bounce back from failures. Look at Into the Light, it's as simple and as recent as a few months ago. But I don't know if that's always going to be the case for players. Lots of Destiny players are just tired of this narrative, and we'd love it to be able to change. Before we end here, I also wanted to just briefly go over my own thoughts about all of this, which is simply...
Yeah,
I think in the past I would have called it cautious
effect.
optimism, and there's an aspect to which some of that might still apply, but I think it's more appropriate in this moment for me to sit there and call it a cautious approach. Bungie is saying all the right things, but as I said, just because you're saying the right things doesn't mean it turns into actions. I trust some of the developers within the studio to get that done. In fact, I trust a lot of them to get it done. But I have a fundamental distrust of the management and leadership of the studio at this moment in time. I do not trust Pete Parsons. I do not trust the higher-ups. I am sitting here worried about the future of Destiny as long as they're at the helm. But at very least, there is a road now. There is a road that everyone's at least trying to follow. There is a pathway forward for the game that involves the next however many years. And perhaps more importantly than all of that, even though it's something which, you know, may not be followed to the letter, it gives everyone a chance to turn these words into an action over at Bungie.
So let's see what
when the words become actions, when we're trying to invigorate things so that it's easier for new players to get into the story, turns into an actual campaign where players can easily understand the story regardless of where their lore knowledge is. When all of that
cool.
essentially
So
it's going
show
to become a moment
effect. You
where
can even have like some
able
more
to turn
effects,
around
like
and say,
lightning
okay,
effects,
yes,
where it's just
we
like
believe you. There need to be a lot of
off.
moments like that. Destiny has left itself with a single pathway forward, and that's the long and hard climb back up.
You
We
can do
all know who
stuff
the
based on
perpetrators and the ones responsible for that
location.
are, and it's a shame because to a certain extent it feels like some of the hard work that went into the final shape is moot. But I don't think that's entirely the case. You know, we still, despite the layoffs, have a lot of talented devs over there in the Bungie studio, and clearly they still
only to apply for like the bottom
We're still
half
getting
of the
things like new raids and dungeons. We're still getting reasons to jump in and play the story, and they are trying to reinvigorate the approach to storytelling. The new saga and the direction that it gives us is going to be a big part of some of this, because again, we need a reason to play things in Destiny. We need a reason to engage with the story. So if we don't have that, yeah, that's a solid problem. All that being said, I don't want to call it cautious optimism. I'm just looking at this cautiously now. I'm not optimistic until I see those words, as I said, turn into action. When I sit here and see what they're doing with Apollo and what
thinking, or did I cancel it?
trying to bring to fruition in episodes are when I see more about what Behemoth looks like and what the major updates are and what they might be doing to improve the new player experience. Until I see all of that, I don't want to render a final judgment and say things. What I would say, though,
99% of my programming knowledge.
I may not be the only one who is sitting there and looking at this in the community, and the phrase rather, cautious optimism is being thrown around quite a bit, but there's also a lot of people for whom there is no phrase being thrown around because they're done. Those are the players that we also need to keep in mind. Not just current players who are still here hanging on with the game, not just new players who you're trying to entice into playing, but also the old guard. There is an enormous contingent of people who've tried Destiny and at some point have put it down.
It's not Stephen Fry's Odyssey available for pre-order.
You put a game down because you're satisfied and you've had a good time with it, and you're just done for the moment.
If I do.
Destiny is not in that position anymore. There's a lot that's changed. There's a lot that's been screwed up and changed around in the last few years, and ultimately I think that the attrition of things has really hit Destiny really badly. If we're really going to focus on things, I think a real sign of success is not just going to be the integration of those new players. It's also going to be whether the older players who have put down the game because of one thing or another sit there, see something new and say, yeah, I want to give that a try again. I'm going to pick this up one more time.
Position?
If you manage to get both those groups on board, Destiny flourishes again, I hope. But that's not a guarantee. In fact, again, as I said, long hard path upwards to get there. So we'll see what happens, but for the moment we have an update, we have a direction, we have a course, we are locked in, and we are going to see more of that direction start to reveal itself with Revenant and with Heresy. Those two episodes that are the prelude and the end of everything to do with the Light and Dark saga and the prelude to Apollo and Frontiers. Yeah, all of that is going to be something we'll look on and watch more of the lore of, but yeah, tell me your thoughts. I don't know what the general vibe is. It's cautious optimism over on Twitter for a lot of people, but I'm not totally sure that's the whole story. I think more importantly than anything, if you are one of those players that's lapsed, do you know what gets you back? Do you know what brings you back into the game? This is a feedback thing, and it's not one of those things where you should feel obligated to reply either. This is one of those moments where you got to remember that devs occasionally look at my content. So if there is something that would bring you back, if there's something you enjoyed, you had fun with, this is the moment to talk about it and post it. Because ultimately, yeah, this is the moment where you can affect some change, maybe. I don't know, it's going to be a weird one. Destiny still has a lot of dark times ahead of it before anything potentially gets good.
Yeah, okay, so it's something to do with positions.
Hopefully the more content down the road is a good reason to keep playing. Hopefully there's more stories to be told. From what I can say, at the very least, there are people within the studio who are still confident about the future of Destiny. And
so I want the Y position,
that gives me a lot of confidence. But it's too soon to tell. Words need to turn into actions. Anyway, thank you for listening to my little ramble about this. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, and of course, subscribe. I'll be talking about more universes and more things as we go forward from Destiny and other places. Thank you for the response to the Space Marine 2 video as well. It's nice to see other content on the channel doing okay. Anyway, as per usual, know that your viewership as always is close enough for me.
Why is it not affecting everything?
In the meantime, my name is Bife.
It's a bit strange.
Ad Astra. I'll see you, Starside.
Strange. That's like object position. I don't want object position. I want like geometry position. I don't want screen position. World position.
You have but one choice. The ring must be destroyed.
Gandalf, what's the problem?
It's 182 days of straight camping between here and Mordor, and I've already been through 4 of my 7 pairs of clean pants since escaping Orthanc.
Just at the count you could turn them inside out. They would last twice as long.
Community shader.
Oh, and how will it dry in Mordor?
There was a single shaft of light fallen.
Gandalf, instead of ironing, just hang your robes in the shower, and it really just does
Height
the job.
gradient shader.
I think we'll be ironing on the way to Mordor. Then you rebrand yourself as Gandalf the Very Rabbi Gamedev.
Position in world space splits the G, subtracts 1 minus, smooth step, blurb. What does it actually look like though? I mean, that's what I'm going for. 1 minus, smooth step, top color bottom class, smoothness. Where's he plugging high into? That's the 2 colours. Smoothness is fine. Subtract, okay. Does that work? No. Height will be different on each creature. Unless I get like somehow get the height, but this is getting complicated and I'm wasting time on stuff I don't need to do, as I always do. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Alright. Sweet. Let me just give that a little test to make sure it's still looking good in game. Very dramatic song. I should have a create relay button really, that I'd have to keep pressing every time. Nice. It's a bit bright, but I actually don't mind it. I do think there is a small issue. Oh. Did it change anything? Why is it saving? I do think there's a small issue with like maybe after an attack it's returning to here, which could be a problem. But I think it's okay. So I basically want to just make it so do combat and base just have like a live thing? It is alive, yeah. Find usages. Nothing. Interesting. Interesting. I need this to play. I need this to play. When do I need this to play? On some sort of reset. More importantly, where I need it to play. I need to play the Delve controller, which... Do I have a reference to it here? I have a reference to the equipper. I guess I just do like a death here. I shall return in 1 second. do I do the scripts again? Totally forgotten. I've got my BRB there anyway.
saw through me all this time. I'd forgotten people are kind. I was hurting and you knew, so you showed me what to do. You said I will listen, tell it all. When you're finished, we'll talk more. But I didn't know how, so we took it in turns. To my surprise, we found my words. Feet firm on the ground, we stood hand in hand. The world seemed to tell me that I have a plan. Together we sang, I'm ready now. Something new, something strange, 10 feet taller, I had changed. I believe you, I'm not wrong. Oh, it suits me to feel strong. You said I will listen, tell me it all. You don't like the ending, then we'll find one that's yours. Oh, how did you know? That's all we need. A promise of hope is enough to feel free. Feet firm on the ground, we stood hand in hand, and I told the world that I have a plan. Together we sang, I'm ready now.
I don't live in California, I'll inform you that's not where I reside. I'm just a tenant paying rent inside this body, and I got 2 windows, and those windows, well, I call them my eyes. I'm just going where the wind blows, I don't get to decide. Sometimes I think too much, yeah, I get so caught up. I'm always stuck in my head. I wish I could escape, I tried to yesterday. Took all the sheets off my bed, then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out. So they tranquilized me, analyzed me, threw me back in my cage. Then they tied me to an ivy, told me I was insane. I'm a prisoner, a visitor inside of my brain. And no matter what I do, they try to keep me in chains. Sometimes I think too much, yeah, I get so caught up. I'm always stuck in my head. I wish I could escape, I tried to yesterday. Took all the sheets off my bed, then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out. Said even if it's true, no matter what I do, I'm never gonna escape. I won't give up on hope, secure another rope and try for another day. Said even if it's true, no matter what I do, I'm never gonna escape. I won't give up on hope, secure another rope and try for another day. Then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out.
Alright, I'm back. It's 1. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 1 minute. 1 more hour. Maybe 2. We'll see how it goes. Why have I got a reference to the rig? Probably a reason. You may never know. Control F. Alive. Death. Okay. I don't need to do any of this if you're dead. If is owner, so I'll just say if is alive. So if we're not alive, return. Easy as that. Let's make a little public. I don't want to make an event. Kind of do. Kind of do. I feel like I could have a go. It goes to death and then it goes back. I feel like I could do that. If I have it go from like here to here, for example, on a reset trigger kind of thing. That's a weird thing to happen. I guess that should be fine, because hopefully it won't be seen. It won't be teleported, but it might be weird, but at least it'll be funny. Conditions. I guess I changed this into a boolean. I say if we're not alive, we do it. If we are alive, I'll just say dead actually, so I can set it true. So if we're dead, we set it true. If we're not dead, we do that. Please fix errors. Back. Back, beast. How do I go back? So I took the elevator to the second floor. Walked down the hall and then I knocked upon her door. She opened up and I asked about the things I've been hearing. She said, I think your ears are playing tricks on you. Sweater zipped up to her chin. Thanks for caring, sir, that's nice of you, but I have to go back in. Wish I could tell you about the noise, but I didn't hear a thing. She said it must have been the wind, must have been the wind, must have been the wind, it must have been the wind. She said it must have been the wind, must have been the wind, must have been the wind, it must have been the wind. So I was laying on the floor in my room, cold concrete on my back. So dead. Oh, I just couldn't shake the feeling. I didn't want it true, cause I knew that I didn't have all the facts. But I couldn't bear the thought of leaving her. So I took the elevator to the second floor. Walked down the hall and then I knocked upon her door. She opened up and I asked about the things I've been hearing. She said, I think your ears are playing tricks on Thinking I make an event and I subscribe to the event from the other thing.
You're always welcome to come in. You could stay here for an hour or two if you ever need a friend. We can talk about the noise when you're ready, but till then, say it must have been the wind, must have been the wind, must have been the wind, it must have been the wind.
That's just the easiest way I can, and say double controller, make a little handle death thing. Handle death, handle life. This needs to be dead instead of death. How am I using these?
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
That's right. This is very spaghetti. It's very back and forth. This always reminds me of thingy, of Undertale. This one. Oh, how good is Undertale, man? What a game! Handle death. I could pass Is Alive into this. It might make it look less weird. Because right now it's doing this and then going back.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Which feels weird otherwise. Which feels weird, you know, to me. Feels weird. So that works there. Dead. Set ball. Death hash. I'm never gonna bring one back from the dead, am I? No. Is alive equals false. Incoming what if I click on that ID? I'll screen it. Where does my music go? I'm screening the call. I didn't pick it up. I've never seen anyone make it past the screening service. I basically need to, I guess, interrupt the update loop here as well. Or here. So do if turn where's the update loop? We don't have an update loop here. No way. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. How's it moving then? I guess the mobile NPC must have one. Yeah, there it is. So hopefully I've interrupted the update sequences. Once it's dead now, it'll just stay dead. Time will tell us. You can get so much done if you actually don't just sit around doing nothing. It's quite wild. 2 months that I spent doing nothing. Oh, it's a good 2 months. I'm so ready to retire. Look at that hair. It's a mess. A goddamn mess. Everyone should be alive by default. Let us go into debug mode. Should really get 3 screens that are all the same thingy. My feet on the ground as well. Ping. Oh. How is this alive false? That's weird. It's not true by default? I'm getting a bell, give me 1 sec. Oh, my room is so nice and warm compared to everything else. Interesting. Did I know that? I feel like I should have known that. Oh no, that's not the right one. Da, 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 da. That's very embarrassing. The fact that I was like, well, yeah, Oblivion's true or false by default. It makes sense that they're false, but I didn't really think about it. I must have known that. I've gone 7 years without googling that question. It's probably just with brain slip. There's nothing up there anymore. It's all just mush. Anyone still in the chat? I'm so lonely. Oh god, just the fucking mind just slowly melting away. I hope no one's here to witness it. Oh, I love the song. Close to me, da, 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 da. Die. Why are you getting back up? You're dead. You're dead, skeleton. Stop getting up. How's he getting up? Kill me. Kill me! I'm gonna be here for a while, aren't I? If you can't get what you want, then come with me. Come melancholy. Do I not take damage? I should have definitely died by now. Da 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 da. I should call this debug as opposed to tests. Test means something. Really need that. Just want to check to make sure the enemies are doing damage still. See, this is the kind of thing that you could write tests for, probably. But I've never really done any tests. I messed with them for a tiny bit in my old job, but I don't have any real idea on what the hell, like how they work. Perhaps one day. Perhaps one day. Just had loads of health, I guess. Incredibly long. He dies instantly. Pup, 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 pup. Yeah, the way he keeps getting up. I guess I don't actually need this here. Maybe that'll do it. Maybe that'll fix the issue. My pupils are, but I'll figure out a way to get inside here. Get a load of this monster. He doesn't know how to communicate. His mind is in a different place, so everybody please give him a little bit of space. Get a load of this train. There's a mess and he doesn't know who he is yet. But little do we know the stars welcome him with open. Get a load of this monster. He doesn't know how to communicate. His mind is in a different place. Will everybody please give him a little bit of space? Get a load of this train wreck. Enemy death. Why is this still hitting? Why is it still hitting? You're dead. You fool. Oh, it's not setting player death on the server. Should do though. Combat and death should be called everywhere. It's saying it is alive to false, right? Or is it not? Combatant abuse. If an eval is less than equal to 0, death. It's not alive. If it has targets, return. I guess it's the same thing, so if it's dead we don't do any of the idle stuff. Yeah, it should call player has died on everything. Also, I should really find a way to update the location when the game starts. Should I do that now? I feel like I really want to do that. In the Delver controller spawn. Instead of doing this, I'm doing this. Sync location server RPC. No, I need to keep that in. Yeah, this should be called I guess I need a request, so each time someone joins I say, hey, give me your location, but I don't know how to do that. Oh. Can they package it into the other stuff I'm sending when they join? When they join, I send like the entire item list that they've got. As well as all their stats. Ooh, my back. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. This is tiring, right? So hairy. Just a big ass ball of hair. So it's got the spawn, it's got the sync. It should be on network. Spawn. That should be a center orb owner. Sync location server RPC.
Been staring at you for days, but you never seem to look my way. My I love yous and your alphabet soup seem to go to waste. Been keeping myself at bay, now everything's gone pear-shaped. I guess boys with beating hearts beat a boy buried in the backyard. Every time I try to make contact, feels like a supernatural.
What's the easiest way to do sync? I want to call this.
So dramatic, it's so sad. But the last time that I let someone inside, I was buried alive. Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood poltergeist. Nobody ever looks at me twice.
I just don't think it should be an issue.
But it feels so bad when it happens with you. Wish you'd see me the way I see you. I've been spelling my name in your Lego bricks. I don't know how to be more obvious. You're close enough to almost touch, but not close enough to hold. Been trying to make my move, but I do keep stealing you. I guess boys with beating hearts beat a boy buried in the backyard. Every time I try to make contact, feels like a supernatural attack. Misinterpret and you react. I guess it's back to the attic. I'm so dramatic, it's so sad. For the last time that I let someone inside, I was buried alive. Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood poltergeist. Nobody ever looks at me twice. I'm used to being see-through, but it feels so bad when it happens with you. We should see me the way I see you. La 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 la, la 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 la. I don't know why I tried.
Interesting.
This is only ever gonna end with my demise. I don't wanna die twice. It wasn't very fun.
That's very strange. Why
I tried.
was the deaths not synced?
This rejection got me feeling cold. Besides, I don't wanna die twice. It wasn't very fun.
Why is he getting back up? Oh, I know why he's getting back up. Because I'm a gosh darn fool, aren't I? Animation, actors. Player, locomotion, death. Animation.
Wasn't very fun.
Why is it looping? I thought it would loop. No, I want it to loop. Has he got underground as well? Yeah, I don't know. Player 1 has died, and the thing is, it should lead directly to the death. Is it because it's a thing, not a trigger? Try it now, and if it doesn't work, then I'll move it to exit. And transition to self. Okay, so I probably want to turn that off. So this will probably still keep looping. Oh. No, that does work. It's not idle though. Go back up. Should exit though. Should exit.
I'm a dumb teen boy. I eat sticks and rocks and mud. I don't care about the government, and I really need a hug. I feel stupid, ugly, pretend it doesn't bother me. I'm not very strong, but I'll fuck you up if you're mean to bugs.
Animations are weird, man. Animations are so weird. I know why. I know why. I should also go to death. All roads should lead to death. Big room. Okay, so that's dead false. That's dead true. Let's see how it looks. Hopefully now the upper half will not still remain idle. It will just be dead. Right. Still moving. And also it takes a while to die. It should die immediately. I guess I want it to like break. Interruption source, ordered interruption. Interruption source and ordered interruption. Okay, so he did die. Very dramatically, I might add. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. Why is it doing that? It's doing that stupid thing, isn't it? Why is it like this? Ordered interruption. We need to turn on ordered interruption. Why is it so late? Make it make sense. Disable exit time. Oh, I have to do that. Transition routine to 0.
yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old.
Alright, let's give that a go. Keyboard and interruption unchecked. Next and current state.
So I started writing songs, I started writing stories.
Next and current state.
Just always seem to bore me, 'cause only those I really love.
So what, the current and the next? The next is the current state. Current state, then next state. Let's take the next state. Current state, the next state. Fixed duration, 0.1 seconds.
Traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old.
Alright, create that relay. Let's go kill this dude. Clap, clap, clap. She doesn't interrupt it. Oh, I know why the trigger's not working. This is the trigger. It needs to be a boolean. That is true, yeah. That is true. Yeah, because the trigger is consumed by any layer. So we'll have to stick with the boolean and hope it doesn't keep repeating. I'm going to sit down for the last hour, I think. Oh. I know. My connection is orange. Now it's red. That's orange again. 20,000 kilobytes a second. And I'm surprised I'm even hitting anything close to that, to be perfectly honest. That's alright. Let's do the players one as well. So any state has no exit time. dead true. Interruption sort. Can't say the next state. Okay. Save and reload. And we'll play both of these and we'll see what it's saying. Ugh, Jesus, I am knackered. I've messed with something here. The death animation looks okay. I should probably test the players versus player, but that's fine. That's also to do. NPC base sound. Oh, regular combatant base. And let's again on set health. Log. Game object on name. Because it's set like globally, so I should just set it. Oh, I'm nappy, you know. I'm very sleepy. Do I nap? I'll be on late. That's so weird. Oh, why is it adding health? Oh no. Doing the onset health. It's not the end of it. Players I think are fine. Players are transported fed okay. About 75. About 85, yeah, that's fine. But somewhere in onset health. Somewhere the health is being set. Pattern base on synchronize. Oh god. What's on synchronize? What the hell is that? When did I write that? Ugh, Unity AI assistant. Why are you so upsettingly slow? Why? Why? There we go. That's damn shit, man. I'm slowly sinking into a state of emotional disrepair. Okay, when is unsynchronized called? Initial client synchronization. So that's pre-spawn. Oh god, the jank. This seems strong. Let's try my best not to pass it on stream. Okay, let's keep the talking going. Okay, I think that's okay. Oh. Oh, what's going on here? I think she's dead, so some crazy stuff's happening. Give that another go, just as it was being super weird. I'll play the death animation and I'll follow like another person for a little while. Damn it, Chess, stop thinking. Don't do it. Don't do it, no! No! And now I'm sunk. Great. Thanks, God. is no mercy in this cold, cruel world. Surely I could do it on synchronize. I'm lazy. Oh, it'd be cool to know Japanese, but what are these about, huh? What are these little symbols about?
Every day, every night, I can only think of us on the coast in July when you thought you said too much. Guess it don't always go like the stories we've been told. 'Cause you're gone and you find I'm laying here fucked up. Oh, I wonder, did emotions fade with the summer like an ocean wave took me under and you left without a sound? Baby, baby, tell me how do you love somebody? How do you love somebody else? 'Cause when you left I lost myself. Baby, baby, tell me how do you love somebody? How do you
But
love me so well? 'Cause when you left I lost myself. How do you love somebody else? 7 missed calls, you're really keeping your distance. I know that track, giving you what you're missing. Stab my back, no chance to heal at all. Oh, I wonder, did emotions fade with the summer like an ocean wave took me under and you left without a sound? Baby, baby, tell me how do you love somebody? How do you love somebody else? 'Cause when you left I lost myself. Baby, baby, tell me how do you love somebody? How do you love me so well? 'Cause when you left I lost myself. How do you love somebody else? I just don't get it how you left so quick. Just 15 minutes now you're texting. I just don't get how you left so quick.
yeah, like the things aren't updating.
I just don't get it how you left so quick. Just 15 minutes now you're texting. You broke my heart and I'm a mess again.
Yeah, I can't do this. I can't do the is owner check because it breaks everything else. It sadly doesn't work, and you just call that from other people. So the alternative. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. So that's half solved if I didn't actually solve it. Now the issue is combatant base.
I'm not prepared for the future. So many things that I just don't know. I cut my hair, bought a new shirt, new pair of shoes, and it's time to go. I finally found an apartment, signed a lease on a car this month. I can't go back to the start now. Time doesn't slow down. I'm on my own. Guess my childhood is over now. I can't stop this roller coaster. I'm not ready to get older, I'm not ready to get older. Yes, my childhood is over now, I'm taking down my posters, and I'm telling all my friends we'll get together next October. That's my closest thing to closure. I can't stop this roller coaster. I'm not ready to get older, I'm not ready to get older. Never thought I'd be 20. Now 30 don't seem so far away. I know I gotta make a little money to maybe find somebody to call my own. But I can't go back in time. I know it's all out of my control now. I know. Yes, my childhood is over now. I'm taking down my posters and I'm putting all my things inside a box next to a toaster. That's my closest thing to closure. I can't.
Let's try this. More absolute jank I'm just throwing in there. Because I think previously it was setting the stat. And then it shouldn't have broken it really.
My childhood is over. One day I'll be buying posters for my kids, just like my parents did for me. It's never over. Those were weapons turning up. The wish the time would just move slower. I'm not ready to get older. I'm not ready to get older. Yes, my childhood is over. Now I'm taking down my posters and I'm putting all my things inside a box next to a toaster. That's my closest thing to closure. I can't stop this.
Seems to be equipping all the stuff, everything to 90. All my armors and heads and health and arms of 90, and these two spawn 20 up each. That's all looking perfectly alright.
I'm not prepared for the future. Things that I just don't know. I cut my hair, bought a new shirt, new pair of shoes, and it's time to go.
So that's fine, up to 90. These both have 20. Excuse me. Floating iron house 35 again. Damn it! Yes, very annoying. It shouldn't shift as well. That's the other weird issue. A, it shouldn't do it at all, and B, it shouldn't do it anyway. Once I cut this, what does it look like? Let's just give it a look and say, hey, what the hell is this? Well, that seemed to do nothing. That's what I'm seeing. So where is it setting it? It's not that, so it must be somewhere else. It must be somewhere else. Shift stats. Maybe herein lies the issue. Guess we'll be playing in the left window for now. Relay. Punch. Alright, let's give him one punch. Pap, C's 15. I'm 70. I need to deal with that at some point as well. Should I just set a stat? Why shift stats? Cards, not stats. maybe this in conjunction with the other one? This is bloody weird, isn't it? Very, very weird. Bass in the bass. Change this map quickly, just so that everything's spit out of the way. Those travels. What's this? That's cool. Oh, this is like a one-sided wall, I just realised. I like the song. So much.
大体私ら知らなくてどこにも行けない今日だって曖昧なままでそうやってちっちゃな後悔溜め込んだ大概何にも見えないしこのままどうか連れ出してワンツー世界を知っていく心の奥満たされるまでちょっとだけちょっとだけ優しさとかくださいな白く白く透明心たら満ちていくなんてまどろむの夢の中白線上あなたとかくれんぼ淡く淡く終点が見えない見えないならいいじゃん変わらね変わらない今日を行くぬくもりで蓋して笑えるようにって最終私ら知らないでどこにもないよ答えとか証明生きてく存在かどこかに欲しいと思ったの
I want to put like this here.
In my arms, our chemistry was sacred. Oh, I fell for your charm. I was so infatuated, but you left me in the dark, and my heart completely vacant. Now I don't know. Is your heart just preconditioned for brevity? I don't mean to accuse you of refusing longevity, but I cannot excuse you for abusing my empathy. My empathy. I can take rejection, but you gave the impression that this was the inception of something real. The way you felt in my arms, our chemistry was sacred. Oh, I fell for your charm. I was so infatuated, but you left me in the dark, and my heart completely vacant. Now I don't know how you could look me in the eye and tell me that you love me when you knew it was a lie. I was headed for
strange.
to say goodbye. How did I not see it coming? Now I don't know. Maybe I'm the one to blame. I have a tendency for always ignoring my brain when it says to me that someone's been manipulating my empathy. My empathy. I can take rejection, but you gave the impression that this was the inception of something real. The way you felt in my arms, our chemistry was sacred. Oh, I fell for your charm. I was so infatuated, but you left me in the dark, and my heart completely vacant. Now I don't know how you could look me in the eye and tell me that you love me when you knew it was a lie. I was headed for Kentucky when you called to say goodbye. How did I not see it coming? Now I don't know. Chemistry was sacred. Oh, I felt
give that one a go.
I was so infatuated, but you left me in the dark, and my heart completely vacant. Now I don't know.
Just a little update, not an actual base building thing, but just, you know, a little update. Working there, but it didn't sync up here, so all I'm hearing is that this is entirely useless. Why does this exist? I just don't know. Exactly. We just want to do shift stats local.
つけるのかな愚かさでいい醜さでいい正しさのその先で君と手を取りたい
Let's go take this.
大切な記憶言葉にならないここにある想いもしかしたらもしかしたらそれだけでこの心はできてるもしかしたらもしかしたら君に気づいてと今もその胸を打ち鳴らす
It doesn't matter.
涙なんかじゃ僕ら出会えたことの意味にはまるで追いつかないこの身一つじゃ足りない叫び君の手に触れた時にだけ震えた心があったよ意味をいくつ超えれば僕らはたどりつけるのかな愚かさでいい醜さでいい正しさのその先で君と生きてきたい
Alright, let's give it a look. Hopefully this works. We can get back to working on animations because good god this has been almost covered in spoiler webs. It's not okay. May have to change the shirt just because it's a bit gross. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm a gross dude. Okay. Play.
Sleep next to me. I like where you sleep here. Our lips can touch and our cheeks can brush. 'Cause our lips can touch here. When you are the one who only lies close to me, whispers about I miss you quite terribly. I fell in love with you suddenly. Then I still went past. I couldn't believe in your eyes.
That works now at least.
6 months clean off the dopamine. Threw my phone through the wall. My friends can't get a hold of me. Just a dial tone when they call. Chills and sweats coming over me, and I'm aching from the withdrawal. This chemistry has got a hold of me. Got a hold of me. Got a hold of me. I'm a dopamine addict, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, psychosomatic. Stare in the mirror, hide in the attic, cry in my bed. I'm a dopamine addict, and I feel like I'm out of touch. Keep thinking I need that crutch, keep thinking I need that rush. I just can't break the habit, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, dopamine addict. I have these dreams where I meet again, almost feel like they're real. It's as if I have self-esteem again. It's as if I'm starting to heal. The chills and sweats grab a hold of me, and they pull me out of my dream. It just won't seem to let go of me, to let go of me, to let go of me. I'm a dopamine addict, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, psychosomatic. Stare in the mirror, hide in the attic, cry in my bed. I'm a dopamine addict, and I feel like I'm out of touch. Keep thinking I need that crutch, keep thinking I need that rush. I just can't break the habit, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, dopamine addict. The cycle is doomed, recycle, reuse, and then up the potency. The cycle is doomed, recycle, reuse. It just won't let go of me, won't let go of me. Got a hold of me. I'm a dopamine addict, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, psychosomatic. Stare in the mirror, hide in the attic, cry in my bed. I'm a dopamine addict, and I feel like I'm out of touch. Keep thinking I need that crutch, keep thinking I need that rush. I just can't break the habit, can't break the habit. Runs in my head, dopamine addict.
Come on, baby. Oh, yes. And yes. There you guys, yes. man. We did it. We did it. We did the thing. It's not these. It's not fences, I suppose. Not without sort of any sort of animation. Alright, it's 3. Been streaming for 3 hours. I might call it there. On my to-do list. Player death animation. I can probably leave respawning for now. I'll just make it every time a new area is opened and players respawn. That's probably related to this. Oh, the song. Alright, I will call it there. That was a nice little session to get back into it. Got some stuff done. I don't know if I can cross this off yet. Do I want a decay effect maybe? Maybe. Could maybe do that later. Could add that to the back burner. But for now, I will call it there. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Good old LS Stephen. I always forget the names. I'm terrible with names in real life, yet alone on YouTube. But yeah, much love and have a great day.